Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Hi Scorpio, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter December Tarot reading. Now your overall energy card for this reading is the Lover's card. What a great card to get. I've been doing a lot of private readings for Scorpios for their solar return, and I've been seeing the Lover's card quite often. But in order to understand what's going on in December with this Lover's card, we're going to have to look back in November and what happened there. Venus entered Scorpio on the 7th of November. And then now is going into Sagittarius December 1st. But Venus wasn't comfortable in Scorpio at that time. And then we had Mercury in Sagittarius that wasn't comfortable in Sag. And we had Mars in Libra that wasn't comfortable in Libra. And this was because it's called a detriment. These planets are in the opposite sign of their home sign. And things just didn't feel settled and right. And then with Venus in Scorpio, there was a lot of intensity and looking within. The desire was there, but I think there was just, you were overanalyzing a lot of things, and there was a lot of too many ups and downs going on to feel comfortable. But now that it's going into Sagittarius, you're going to be looking for some more lighthearted adventures with learning new things about your relationships. But it's going to take a spiritual realm to it too, because the cards on the left, for what you know, you receive the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So now you're given a new spiritual reality with this Lover's card. The Lover's card can be about deeds and desires, vice and virtue, as I always say, but here it's more about sexual and sensual versus spiritual. It's taking on a whole new, deeper level of spirituality. And if you can find this spirituality in your relationships, the Ten of Cups is saying it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. That is a glimpse of heaven over the rainbow of cups. You know, this is a connection with yourself where there's no desires. You just want to enjoy the joy of life, the joy of loving, the simple joy. Scorpio at times can overcomplicate things. And now Sagittarius just wants to have fun. And at the same time, though, Sagittarius wants to find a meaning and learn more about this meaning. Now, some things have been holding you back because the cards in the center for what is or can be yours, you receive the Eight of Swords and the Hermit. A lot of times with this Eight of Swords, it's intellectual things that are holding you back, not your spiritual self. And as I was saying, Scorpio's been overanalyzing things. Kind of ruins it and takes it out the deep end at times. That's why the Hermit showed up. Now there's some guidance, spiritual guidance, to take you out of that bondage that you were in. And the Hermit is about learning and wisdom. He's there to remind you about doing some spiritual soul searching, finding yourself, because if you don't know thyself, you can't extend yourself to other people and love them, because you're not loving yourself. And that's really been a major problem for a lot of people, is they overlook themselves and look for answers outside of themselves when the answers are inside. And this is where true enlightenment comes in, from the light in his lamp and the guidance from his staff. This is where darkness seeks the inner light of wisdom. This woman in the Eight of Swords card could free herself at any time, but she's been holding herself in her own type of bondage. It appears you've been reviewing how you fit into this little cosmic world of your relationships. But the cards next door for your awakening are your self-awareness. You receive the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is personifying you, Scorpio, In all of these readings recently, it's been uncanny how often you get the king or queen to personify you and say, hey, wait, here, it's moi. It's me. But the queen is also reminding you about your intuition because you have this uncanny sense of sixth sense, intuition, poignant dreams that direct your life. And the Six of Swords is saying you finally woke up. You're going to free yourself from those swords because what you learned with the Hermit now made you wake up. And it's time to move away from things that aren't serving you anymore. Doesn't have a purpose in your life anymore. And that's what the Six of Swords is about. Moving on from turbulent to tranquil waters. Trying to do a seamless transition. This isn't saying that we're going to give somebody the heave-ho that we have in our life already as our significant other. But it is saying that things are changing and more on a spiritual level. And if they do, there's going to be more happiness. And that's what it's saying also in the future, because you receive the Emperor, the Six of Cups, and the Fool. Now the Emperor is saying he wants to take more of a lead in life, and that's meaning that you're taking control. You're going to start utilizing the power that you have. I think sometimes over there in the Eight of Swords, you had given it away, or just weren't utilizing it enough. This is where you master yourself, and this is where you're going to come into some physical confidence, earthly confidence. Because back there in November with the Lover's card, there wasn't a lot of confidence, but now you're regaining it. And here the Six of Cups is the card about your past, childhood. And a lot of times that is connected to your lovers and relationships, or your ideas of it that you've grown up with. And it's connected to the Six of Swords about moving on. Moving on from some ideas that you had, maybe beliefs, people from your way past. And you're ready for a new quest. Going on a new soul-seeking, new search for yourself because you received the Fool card. It was time now to become the breath of life again and rejuvenate yourself. Look at things differently. And go on the adventures that this Venus and Sagittarius is going to be offering you. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.